Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for coming back after my what was my last video? Like I have a bunch of videos. No, what's in my bag. And if I look kind of similar, that's because I filmed these videos in the same day. I watched enough YouTube videos to learn to get dressed, put makeup on, shoot more than one video. So as you can tell from the title of this video, today I'm going to be doing my everyday foundation makeup routine. I have freshly cleansed my face and I haven't put anything else on it, so it's probably super dry looking. The only thing I have on my lips is this Rosebud Salve lip, just so that when I was talking to you I wouldn't have like white around my lips from them being so dry. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And I know a lot of people, when they do foundation routines, say like, you know, oh, this doesn't have to be every day, just every day that I wear makeup. But I have a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday job, and so this is literally what I do every day. And I thought I would just do a chatty version since, you know, we're still getting to know each other. So why not just talk through the makeup. So I always start with, as a moisturizer, this Algenist Regenerative Anti-Aging Lotion. I'll of course be sure to list and link everything down in the bottom bar.
But I love this stuff. I got it as a deluxe sample once at Sephora and tried it for 2 weeks. And literally my coworkers were, after like a week or so, saying to me like, oh my gosh, like, what are you doing to your face? This is before I was wearing makeup. What are you doing to your face? Your skin looks amazing. And the only thing I was doing differently was this stuff. So I've been hooked kind of ever since. And it's expensive, like kind of really expensive. But if I buy a new bottle during the winter Sephora sale in November and then buy another one during the spring Sephora sale in April, I kind of never run out. And I only use 3 pumps in the morning. I don't really use it at night, although, you know, most of the time they say use them twice daily. I'm not feeling like I'm looking ragged enough to do all of that, so at night I use just an oil if I wash my face. I know, we'll get into it later. I have a skincare video planned. But I always start with this. And in the summer, because that doesn't have any SPF in it, like
my skin feels moisturized enough, but sometimes I like to go in with the Aveeno, what is this, Positively Radiant Daily Moisturizer. This has a broad spectrum SPF 15, and I just take 1 pump and kind of really massage it into my hands.
Start on my neck and then just pat it into my face. And then I have a little dry spot in between my eyebrows and I'll rub a little extra there. So that provides a little more moisture and a little SPF coverage.
And so that's how, oh, also my eyebrows. So they are naturally thick. I haven't done anything to them. But they need to be, I get them threaded, they need to be threaded. I've gone in and just, I mean, on camera though, they're looking, you know, pretty okay, but I've just gone in and taken out the little stubble hairs that grow in underneath where we create that arch. So I've just taken that out. So if they look a little crazy, I'm sorry, I have to go get them done. Okay, now that we're moisturized, we move on to primer. And I have really been enjoying this Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. And this is the smoothing primer. Whenever I wear my makeup, generally, just about every day.
The only issues that I really find that I have, I take a line on my finger like that. The only problems that I find I generally have is creasing and my smile lines. You know, I don't know if it's because I'm aging or because I'm happy, but that's happening. So I kind of have, like most people, I guess, larger pores right here under the eyes. So I like to cover that all up. And I rub it, you know, under the eye where I just talked about those pores, onto the nose. And this, I am not really oily. And then, of course, into the smile lines and on the chin. I'm not really an oily skin person. I kind of have, my nose gets oily and my chin can get oily, but for the most part I'm kind of normal with like a dry patch right in here that actually gets itchy during the day. I just scratched it so it made it itch. So I don't need a really mattifying primer. I've tried the Becca Ever Poreless Perfecting Mattifying one. That stuff left my skin like leather. Like it was so dry. Way too matte. So I really enjoyed the smoothing primer.
Alright, and now on to foundation. My favorite foundation, not combination because it's just one, for everyday wear, is definitely the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. This stuff, I mean, I have expensive foundations. I do want to try that Lancome Tint Idol. Don't know how to pronounce it, but I really want to try that one. But totally off subject, girl. I really love the Maybelline Fit Me. I ordered the lighter color, which is, this is 33 Toffee. Ordered this one from Ulta for $7.99 online, and then I was just in Cleveland visiting my family, and of course there's a Walmart in Cleveland, so I went into the Walmart and picked up the darker color, which is 355 Coconut, because now in the dead of winter, this I could get away with by itself, a little tan, so now I have to mix the two to really get a shade that matches for me. But I love this foundation. It wears amazingly. I usually go to the gym after work, so after a full like 9 to 5 day, I'll go to the gym for maybe 45 minutes, an hour and a half if I do 1 or 2 classes, and I'll come home and my face still looks beat, like, despite the sweating that was happening in the gym. Love it. So I usually shake these two and then I put just a tiny little dot of each on the back of my hand.
Okay, because the only bad thing is that they don't have pumps and they get messy. I know I know people say, I've seen on YouTube that people, there's that dry patch itchy, that they get the MAC pump, but it's not worth it. I just pour it out. So I just take a little dollop. That's probably too much. Of each, kind of equal parts, if you will. If I can, equal as possible. So there's my 2 colors. And I mix them together on the back of my hand. Sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, I'll mix in a little of the Gerard Cosmetics Illuminating BB Cream, just to create a little illumination. But today I'm kind of feeling regular. So then I just dot this all over my face, and then just kind of wipe the excess from the back of my hand, because it's, you know, cheap, but why waste it?
So then I use, I heard Luster Lux talk about crown brushes. It's dirty. I'm sorry, because I use it, like I said, every day. Talk about crown brushes. She was always raving about them, and I found the website, even though they're usually on Halt Look, but I kind of hate Halt Look. That's a whole another topic. But I ordered a couple of crown brushes, and this one I really love. It's the C439 Deluxe Buffer. And I'm going to use a mirror. Old school handheld mirror, guys. It was my granny's.
And I just start from the middle and move out. And you see, by mixing those 2 colors, come down onto the chin, I get a pretty good color match. Very suitable for everyday, you know, wear. And it feels very lightweight. You see, it's very blendable, and it provides really great coverage up into the hairline as much as possible. I hate when too much of it ends up in my hair. Right, and so there's that. And I guess actually I didn't have too much. Feels like just enough.
But just to be on the safe side, I take damp beauty blender, clean one, and just
kind of pat it out, especially in the center of my face, underneath my eyes, and in that smile line, because if I can stop makeup from settling there, I would like to. So just go and pat that out. Alright. Yep. Right, see, so you can see I get pretty great coverage. It matches my body. That's great. Matches my body pretty well. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that Maybelline Fit Me foundation.
So to conceal, not that I necessarily need it, but it just feels like part of the process at this point. I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I guess this kind of counts. Oh, it's not drugstore. It gets expensive in a minute. I use the color Warm Honey, and I only use a little bit just to create a very subtle daytime highlight, because I don't really do, squeeze it up, I don't really do much contouring these days. I'm more of a like bronzer type of thing. So I do my football stripes and again with that damp beauty blender, just blend that out.
I do make sure I pull it down on the cheek and get up under the eye. But you can see it's a very subtle highlight, suitable for the daytime. And that's what we're doing. We're doing it every day. Blend out those edges with the butt part. We're doing a daytime look, so we don't want to look like big face hunty. I mean, not for like work. I mean, unless that's like your thing, but it's not mine. Did I say the color? This is one, I used Warm Honey. I think I said that. Right. Okay. That's blended.
See, and it just adds like a subtle-ish highlight. And then even to tone it down a little more, I used my MAC. I use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Dark. And I take that lightly with a tiny little, what is this? Setting brush. Real Technique setting brush. Just a little bit, tap it off.
And just rub it in that same area. Because you get so little color payoff with this, it doesn't really take away the whole highlight, but it definitely brings it into the skin while, you know, preventing that crease.
So there's our concealer. We're coming together quite nicely. Next, so I've been on the hunt for a great bronzer. So if you guys are my skin tone or darker, I'm really in the search for a bronzer that's not red. I want it to be brown and not red. So right now I've been using Blunt Blush by MAC, which is a very popular color used for contouring for women of color. And I know on the website it's listed as a light brown color, but to me it reads just a smidge red. You know, I'm not happy with it, so just I'm on the hunt for something. If you know of something, I've tried the CoverGirl Ebony Queen Collection and Ebony Bronze. That stuff is really red. I've almost purchased the Mandalay Dusk by Shea Moisture, but I've watched reviews and people say that it's also, you know, red. I'm looking for something a little more brown. I've ordered an Anastasia of Beverly Hills custom contour kit, so I'm hoping, I got the color Havana, and I'm hoping that that will kind of satisfy what I'm after. But if you know of something else, let me know in the comments below.
So I use a fluffy powder brush from BH Cosmetics. Load that up, tap it off, and then I just kind of give broad strokes, light broad strokes, to kind of create a little bronzing effect on the cheeks. So it's not a contour. Oh, well, there goes the sun. I'm using the sun and it's trying to go away. Okay, we'll just keep going. But to the other side, just very light, big motions. And like you can see, it provides color, you know, but not the color that I like really want, I guess. Get a little more, and I take it just around. I have a really small forehead, so I don't, like when I contour, I don't contour my forehead, but I do like to add a little bronzer, and that's why I also didn't highlight it, because it's unnecessary. It's too small to like warrant all of that. So I hit the temples, and then just right around the perimeter of my face. And if the sun would come back, then you could see a little bit better the color payoff that that's giving. But it's just a light dusting.
Now, this is taking forever because I'm talking through it, but it normally doesn't take me this long when I'm just doing it in the morning because I'm not talking to anybody. Although sometimes I'm talking to myself, but most times I'm not. Okay, so on blush. For blush, I am going to use this MAC Melba, and I'm also going to use another crown brush. This is a dual fiber blender. I found that for blush, I love a dual fiber brush because it goes on really light and really allows you to layer the color on. So I'm just going to tap a little in there.
Come on up to these cheeks and just kind of add it in lightly. And I'm not going after a whole lot of color because right now my makeup has been a little bit more about skin, you know, because it's summer. It's all about that like great glowy skin. And I know I used a mattifying foundation, but it's really not super matte. It's really kind of light. So there's our blush. Let me just do the pebbles a little bit more. And yeah, so it's just a light kind of washing of color that blends in with that bronzer.
And now to brows. Like I said, I don't do much to my brows. I use this little brow. I took the top off. I use this little brow dual-ended spoolie and roll-up color, and I got this from Forever 21, guys. It was literally $2. But my brows don't really need much attention. I really just kind of, I love the spoolie on this because it's like heavy duty and it really like brushes the brows. And you, I don't know if you can tell, like just in the tail area the hair thins a little bit. So I usually just color that in, like with no real technique or anything. Literally just color it in and then brush to distribute the color. That's it. You know, and I get people who know me often are like, oh my god, give me your brows. And I'm like, I suffered through so many years with a like legitimate Frida Kahlo unibrow. Not that aggressive, but kind of unibrow, to become an adult and be able to remove just enough hair to create the lovely thick brows that are on trend right now. If we ever switch and go to thin brows on trend, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just gonna have to rock with my still thick brows. Oh, dropped a piece. I'll get it later. So that's brows. And now everyone's favorite part as of late, highlight. Ugh, love highlighting.
I might OD. I'm sorry, I'm still just looking out the window like, light, please come back. Come back, Jack. The sun, come back. Okay, we're gonna continue on.
So I layer my highlights usually. And I'm gonna start with the Ambient Lighting Palette from Hourglass. And I like to start with, don't mess me up, this one, which is Dim Light. Yes, Dim Light. And where did my brush go? Here's my brush. I use a Sigma, what's this called? Tapered highlight brush. And I just kind of dip that in there. Definitely need my mirror for the placement of this. Tap, tap, tap. And go in on the high points of those cheekbones. On both sides. And this kind of, now
I could stop here, but you know, that's not glitterly enough at all. But I do take this and pop it on the center of my forehead and here at the top of my nose. And I do love this color for the tips of the nose and the chin. So that's like base highlight.
and then for heavy duty shining face highlight, I like to use the Lorac Tantalizer. Now this is the travel size and mine is broken. I don't know if you can see those pieces like sitting at the bottom here. Yes, now you can see them. It broke because I was using it as an eyeshadow and thought it would be smart to wet it. It's not. Don't wet it. It doesn't like it, and it really doesn't need it. It's super shiny all on its own. But so this is supposed to be a bronzer. There, the sun is coming back a little bit. Okay. It's, you know, a bronzer, but if you have darker colored skin, then it is a magnificent highlight. Like, great. And this little travel size is only $7 at Ulta. The big size that it's more along the size of a MAC Mineralize, along this size compact, is like $30 something, which, I mean, as compared to other highlights, isn't terrible. But let's be honest, how many highlights do we all have right now? We have so many highlights, and there's no reason to spend $30 if you don't have to. $7 will do you just fine.
And I love it. Don't ask me why I've been holding on to the pieces. I don't know. I just don't want to let them go. So when I open it gingerly. It opens on the side like this. That can be hard to open. I'll put my brush now. There it goes. So it opens like that. So sometimes that can be hard. And the pieces are still in there. And I just tap my brush. Get some good glitter on that brush. And then we go in back onto those cheeks. And give that good shine. Give that good sparkle. That beautiful. Bring it onto the fronts of the cheeks. Give that good, yeah. Look at that highlight, yeah. Get some more on the brush. Coming into the other side. I'm using a light hand, but like, not really. It's like, medium hand. Because let's be honest, we want that like, beautiful glow. Look at that glow. Look at that skin. I love this stuff, guys. There's a ton of highlighters on the market right now. But I really love this one. I take it back into that middle of the forehead, on the tip of the nose. And then, like, I just go crazy with this stuff. And I'm not lying to you. I do this every day. Take it on the temples. Oop, focus. And this temple. I know, I'm almost done. And then get a good amount on the tip of the brush and take it under the brow bone. Uh-oh, a little crumb fell out. I've lost my son again. What you gonna do? God's work. And hit that cupid's bow. And leftovers on the chin.
And then bask in your glow. Yes, I'm putting the pieces back into the package. I don't know why I'm so intent on keeping them. It just makes me feel better. Alright, so that is basically the face. All we have left are eyes, and I have the curliest lashes on the face of the earth. And I just realized I've been talking for almost 30 minutes. Great. So on my upper lashes, I need a lengthening mascara, and the one that I've fallen in love with is the Benefit They're Real lengthening mascara.
And sometimes I straighten my lashes. I'll do it in another video. But most days I've been skipping that, and I just go right in with one-ish coat on my upper lashes. And you can see, just quick and easy. Because the eyes are the focus, like you want your eyelashes to pop. But since there's no eye makeup involved here, it's just about the lashes. So there's one coat of that.
Then I go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black, not any of the other ones, like just the basic regular Carbon Black. And it has a great teeny tiny brush. It has a great teeny tiny brush for bottom lashes. And if you have rather, come back to me. There I am. If you have lashes that tend to get stuck together and clumpy, it's great for separating those. And I like it on the underside of the lengthening because it provides some thickening. So I just hit the underside of what I just did. And then I've got long, thick lashes. Almost like Jackie, makeup game on point. That girl has great freaking lashes. I watch her and get upset every time. And
silence as you put on mascara. There, that's eyes complete. And that's generally the face, the lip change.
what I have been wearing though for the last week or so is this Maybelline. It's from the new Vivids collection, Color Sensational Vivids. It's in the color Hot Plum.
It's basically a drugstore creamier version of MAC's Flat Out Fabulous, except that it's not drying. Let me kiss off some of that lip gloss from earlier. Except that it's not drying. It has not really a matte finish, like a matte-ish finish, but it wears amazingly. Pull off that excess. I got a towel over here, guys. I'm not just wiping it on my bed.
And that has been my everyday makeup routine for I don't know, like the whole summer. For a little while I was wearing a powder foundation, but I really just like the coverage that a liquid provides a little bit better. So that's the face. Great highlight, great lip color. She's ready to face the day. Oh, take the clip out, fluff the bang. You know, natural hair Lisa's, this fluffing process can take forever, just so that you can go outside in the wind, totally make it do something else. So anywho, here's the hair, here's the face. It's not really a get ready with me. I just have on like a lazy tank top and some shorts just to not be naked while filming. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I have a haul coming up. It's sitting behind me. You probably keep getting flashes of it, both a beauty haul and a summer clothing haul. Some of the stuff I've had for a little while, but I'm hoping I can find links because I've still seen some of it online. And I was going to do that next, but I of course just ordered some more goodies. So maybe I'll do the beauty haul next, I think. But anyways, whatever comes next, hope you'll tune in. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe. It's free. Join my family. I'm so excited to get to know all of you. And I look very forward to talking to you guys next time in my next video. Bye.